division. How does it feel preparing for 175?
I feel amazing. This has been the easiest weight cut of my life. Now I know how it feels when people say, oh, I had an easy weight cut. You know what I mean? So, that being said, my speed is going to be even better. My strength is going to be better, and my endurance is going to be overall better. I did not leave any stone unturned for this training camp. I know, like I said, Alexander, he's a great fighter. And I know him really well. I put together a great game plan. And this Saturday, when there's still the show, I know we got some tough competition because Gervonta and Frank Martin, they're going to be trying to put the best show they can. But, this is going to be the David Benavidez night.
Now, Alexander, how much are you looking to... I'm sure you're not wanting to welcome David Benavidez to the light heavyweight division with open arms. You want to provide him an unfriendly welcome, but you have been at this weight class 4 years. In your opinion, is there that much of a massive difference from super middleweight to light heavyweight?
I don't really think so, because David, he's a big fighter, and he was just a huge super middleweight. I think right now with even size, I don't see any advantage on my side regarding the size. So basically, I think he's supposed to feel very comfortable in this weight division.
So where do you feel that you have the edge in the fight?
Well, I'll try to use what I do best. I use my footwork, do consistent, try to time him, do my job.
David, for you, was coming up here to 175 a reason because of an opportunity, or the fact that, the guy that you want at 168, that fight hasn't happened yet? But what are your thoughts? Is this going to be a lengthy stay here in the light heavyweight division? Are you going to go back and forth?
No, I didn't feel like there was any reason to stay at 168 any longer. My main goal was to win all the belts at 168. Canelo's holding up all the belts hostage, and like I said, it's a perfect time. I've been at 168 for the past 10 years, so naturally my body's getting bigger, and I think this is just a perfect time to come up, and I'm just looking to capture all the titles in this weight class and giving the fans the best possible fights I could possibly give you guys.
You made your pro debut in August of 2013. Is it unbelievable to think about how quickly time goes and the fact that you are still, in your 20s? You're a young veteran.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of patience, and I put in all the groundwork. Last year was barely my first pay-per-view, and I had been professional for 10 years already. So the best thing, you have to have patience with the best things in the sport. So. I feel like I got another 15 years left in me for this professional game, so I'm very excited to make this second half of my career the best half.
Now, Alexander, for you, when it comes to assessing David Benavidez, he proclaims that this very well could be the fight of the night. When he says something like that, what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm supposed to be part of it.
Absolutely, but does that excite you, knowing that he's going to be at his absolute best?
Oh, 100%. I don't really expect that any discounts from him. I know that I'm supposed to face his best shape. Now he's didn't have any problem with the weight cut, so I'm supposed to face the best version of David Benavidez.
What kind of statement are you looking to make against David Benavidez on Saturday night?
Well, I'm just going to resist the monster.
Wow. David, how do you respond to that?
I prepare very well for Alexander Gvozdyk too. I know he's in the best shape of his life, and we got two warriors going up against each other. We had a hell of a sparring session, 3 sparring sessions to be exact, when we were in Oxnard. So I'm very excited to be able to bring this to the people, and we're definitely going to steal the show Saturday.
David, what happened in those sparring sessions?
You guys got to pay the pay-per-view to see.
Okay, all right. Looking forward to this one between David Benavidez and Alexander Gvozdyk. David, what kind of message are you hoping to send to the light heavyweight division and also the super middleweights?
I'm just going to be as dominant as I was in the super middleweight division, and like I said, I'm staying here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm looking to campaign here and take all the belts.
Now, if you had your choice when it comes to assuming everything goes according to plan, to get your hand raised, have you thought about what could be next, or is it like, hey, let me take on the best light heavyweight, or again, is the end game the man that is known as Canelo?
I really don't care about Canelo. If he didn't want to get the fight at 168, we're at 175 now. Now we're looking to face the best here.
Do Do you like the fact that being up here 7 pounds, you're going to be dealing with guys that are bigger? I mean, you walk around and you're a very big, strong guy. I mean, guys that are a little bit bigger.
The better the competition gets for me, the better and the better I get myself. So that's why I've never shied away from no hard fights, because I know since I was a little kid, I've been working with world champions since I was 14 years old, and the best has always came out of me. So when the bright lights get turned on, I always show up.
When you hear, celebrities, guys like Mike Tyson and top level athletes all over the world, entertainers, when they talk about fighters that they love, you seem to be one of those that they always say, I love watching David Benavidez fight. The fans love watching him fight. The fan support just continues to increase. Do you feel that? What does that mean to you?
It's always been my dream since a little kid to be that fighter. I feel like I don't have, I didn't have the titles at 168, but I do feel like a champion in my heart. And day in, day out, I'm going to be giving my all 100% to all the single fans, because the fans pay good money to watch these fights. And I'm going to be putting my heart on the line every single night, and you guys will get the best out of David Benavidez every single time.
Alexander, how does the fight end on a Saturday night against David Benavidez?
I'm gonna win this fight because I'm in best shape in my life, and I'll do everything to win this fight.
Do you feel then, you talk about how in shape you are, that your conditioning is going to be a significant factor in the fight?
Well, this is basically what everyone's supposed to have fighting David, because he's the fighter who makes constant pressure. You cannot just fight him, stand in front of him with no condition, because you have to move, and in order to move, you have to have conditions. And I guess I do have it.
So utilizing your ring IQ and your experience is going to serve you well on Saturday, is what you're saying?
I hope it will.
All right, Alexander Gvozdyk, ladies and gentlemen. David Benavidez on Saturday night. You are super middleweight champion of the world now, and your first jump here to 175 against Alexander Gvozdyk. Your prediction?
I'm going to just beat David Benavidez. The monster is coming out, and I go for the knockout every single time. And this fight's not going to be no different. I'm going to steal the show, and I'm looking to knock Alexander out.
And the rest of 2024 is going to look how for David Benavidez?
We're going to keep having impressive performances and keep beating the best in the division. And that's just what I want to keep doing. I just want to be that fighter that, that every time I fight, it's going to be a carne asada, it's going to be a party back at home, and we're going to give you guys the best fights possible.
I like that. Some carne asada watching David Benavidez go at it against Alexander Gvozdyk. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event combatants. This one for the interim WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. A round of applause for David Benavidez and Alexander Gvozdyk as they will now face off. It is Saturday night. BBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. David Benavidez.